Are you really rolling?
Rolling. Yes, we're recording.
Oh, you're... Sorry. I thought you were joking. Okay. I really thought you were joking. In this episode, guys, we need to pray because some people are now impersonating EFCC. Can you imagine fake EFCC? Like, what the heck? Also, we found out some of the things that you have to stay away from in case you want to make heaven. Jesus is Lord. Also, is it not a crime for somebody to get proposed to in a military uniform? Like, what the heck? Like, okay, stay tuned for all those stories. And in the Caribbean, you guys will get to find out what's been going on in the islands of Guadalupe and Martinique. And in Tanzania, I'm so excited that young girls can now complete their education. They will no longer be kicked out of school for getting pregnant. And of course, I introduced you guys once again because I have talked about my own who before, but I got to reintroduce you guys to Tunde Laniran farms and the benefit that comes with patronizing Tunde Laniran farms. You do not want to miss it. Do not forget you can always fast forward to the story that you would like to watch by clicking on the timestamp in the description below, not the one behind me. The one behind me is for you to know what timestamp is. It's just a sample of a timestamp, but please go in the description below. Click on the timestamp and you can watch the story that you want to watch. But once again, why would you want to fast forward this gorgeousness? By the way, Merry Christmas from my family to yours. Merry Christmas. Guadalupe, roll the camera. People, it's your girl Adeola. Guys, move closer. We need to pray. Oh, Father, guys, we really need to pray because some people in Nigeria, they now have audacity. It's like they get liver trying to impersonate, hey, Jesus is Lord.
My dear, if you are here and your dream is to become comedian, I want you to renounce Jesus before you become comedian.
What was that?
You must renounce Jesus and reject him. Because there's no way you will not joke against God. To become a comedian means you are destined for hell.
Jesus is Lord. I'm so sorry. But seriously, what is your problem? What was that? I'm sorry, guys. Just give me 1 minute with this boy. I was delivering news. I was in the mood. We were trying to talk EFCC. What was that you injected? Who sent you? Sorry, my mother. In case you are watching, that is evangelist AF Fumilayo, one of my mothers. You do guys remember her? We've talked about her before. When she said not to take vitamin C or eat Titus fish. I don't know. Maybe Koyedawa is missing mommy. Why don't you just go and visit? I don't know why you have to interrupt. I'm trying to talk about something serious here. All of you that want to become comedian. In case you are watching. But to be honest with you guys, I wasn't going to laugh when mommy was when she was saying those things. But you know what? Every time I listen to mommy, she cracks me up.
To become a comedian means you are destined for hell.
So I'm like, if somebody makes you laugh, doesn't that make them a comedian as well? I'm sorry, mommy. But maybe we need to start by praying for mommy because mommy makes us laugh. She's been trending a lot. This woman has a list of the people that will make heaven and those that will go to hell. Now, what I don't understand is why this one has to play her video interrupting my news, your favorite news. Mommy, in case you're watching, this woman has been trending a lot lately, by the way. After she said a number of things, like, for example, it's a sin to play soccer. If you play soccer like that, football, you are going to hell.
You don't know that ball is a sin. Football is a sin. If you don't know it's a sin, raise up your hand. Jesus Christ. That means my message has never reached out to many of you. Football is a game of Antichrist.
If you wear jeans, you are going to hell. And even if you are a man and you are wearing jeans, you are doing what? You are going to hell.
Some people hate me because I tell you secrets about jeans. The more you wear jeans, the more closer you are to hell.
Jesus.
I'm not joking here. If I have chance, I will tell you secrets about jeans. I'm not joking here.
Those of you that are wearing pants, trousers, you see, this is why I wear skirts, I wear gowns. You will never see me wearing trousers or pants, whatever you call, because I want to do what? I want to make heaven. If you watch Disney movies, you are going to hell. It's a very straight one.
Disney. What's Disney?
Many of you watch this cartoon, Abby, but yet you carry 666.
And if you sing songs or dance to songs by Tiwa Savage or Wizkid or Davido, you are going to hell. Speaking of Davido, you're that for you. Uncle Davido, thank you for what you are doing. Touching lives. You guys heard the story now? How Uncle Davido gave out 250 million naira to orphanages in Nigeria. About $600,000. Baba, you're that for you, Uncle Davido. Some of us, we are praying for you. We are praying for you. Lord, okay, I mean, you're see that for you. Even though they are telling us that your songs will take people to hell. You're touching lives, and we are glad we are enjoying you, Jerry, my brother. Anyway, enough of this laughter. I'm sorry, guys. Forgive me, oh Lord, because you know I'm your girl. So, so back to what I was saying before calling the host drama. Can you guys believe that some people get liver? They've become so bold. Why would anybody want to impersonate the EFCC? I said, hey, the devil is alive during this Christmas period. Can you imagine? Real quick, by the way, since we are talking about Christmas, guys, please help me to thank Help Me Waka. Yes, so help me to thank them. They delivered food to the doorstep of my loved ones in Nigeria. Akoresi, a big bag of rice. Hey, turkey, odidi turkey, nana, ishulori, different yams. Help Me Waka. Please help me thank Help Me Waka. Just write in the comment section, Help Me Waka, thank you on behalf of Adeola and family. And if you are here to use them to send food to your loved ones in Nigeria, especially those of you in the abroad, you're on your own, you are gented. What can I say? I cannot help you. They will deliver food, anything, turkey, bags of rice to the doorsteps of your loved ones in Nigeria and Ghana. And don't forget, you can always use SendWave to send money to your loved ones as well. It is still the fastest way of sending money to Nigeria, Ghana, Tanzania, Kenya, and Uganda. Back to the story, no more interruption. Like I said, you just have to love your girl. So back to the story. You guys will not believe this. Two men, Ibrahim Adekunle and Chijioke Ugu, pretended to be EFCC officials in Lagos. And then they were using that to scam people. I said, they even falsified a court order in order to illegally obtain a property at New Horizon Estate. I said, hey, what? We're talking about Lekki. They wanted to go and steal a property in Lekki. I said, what the heck? I'm so glad that they were arrested and now they are being investigated by the EFCC. Now that is a very funny something. When EFCC is now investigating EFCC as in... Very interesting. But you know, more importantly, going forward, I'm really hoping that we can avoid being scammed. Maybe EFCC should please release a memo on how we would know that they are the ones gone, the real EFCC, so that in the future we will not be scammed. In the meantime, sorry guys, what is going on with that female soldier that was arrested? Has she been released? You never know anything. You don't even follow news. I don't know what your job is. I'm hoping that the woman would have been released by the time this video comes out. But guys, did you hear about that story? Let's start with the video of how she got engaged. Oh my God, how wonderful. But shortly after that, the lady was arrested and detained, allegedly in an unhealthy condition, in a guard room reportedly meant for male soldiers. All because she was wearing military uniform when her boyfriend proposed to her. And all because she said yes while in uniform. I said, hey, what, Biko? Now, the Nigerian army said that, she breached the military's code of conduct by indulging in romance while in uniform. I don't understand. I don't get it. Do you understand this vernacular? No, I don't. Even me, I don't. Because it is beyond the medulla oblongata of my side brain. We've been seeing so many male soldiers proposing in uniforms in Nigeria, and nothing happened to them. As a matter of fact, in solidarity, many of them are now posting their pictures when they proposed in their uniform. These people were not accused of breaching military code or indulging in romance while in uniform, whatever that is. What is this double standard that we are now practicing on women in Nigeria? Even in the army? No. They also said that she's not even entitled to get married until she's been in the army for at least 3 years. I said, So does this apply to men as well? Because I'm not getting it. Guys, please enlighten your girl. Nigerian army, in case you're watching, please move closer. You have become very popular. All over the world, they are talking about the Nigerian army. You really need to rethink all these your misogynistic policies. Men are one way, just siding men. Men are women not human beings? Are you not ashamed? I don't even want to say much. I keep it short and sweet. I don't like to talk. You guys know me. I'm a very, very gentle somebody. I don't talk too much, okay? Just get your acts together is all that we are asking, because this is appalling and you need to compensate her. In fact, if not that they make it impossible for you to sue the army, this woman is supposed to sue the Nigerian army and get millions of dollars. Anyway, you guys know I don't know much. Guess what? I'm just keeping it real. Moving on to the Caribbean, guys. I'm very sure that many of you don't know a lot about this country that I'm about to talk about. So Also, you're welcome in advance. It's okay. I'm at your service. But guys, Guadalupe, okay? Many of you might have been there for vacation. You've seen it. It's a very beautiful island in the southern Caribbean Sea. About 400,000 people, predominantly black people, live on this island. Although power lies mostly in the hands of not the black people, but the people that they call the Beke. Saying Beke is not a derogatory term, by the way. Don't think that I'm abusing anybody. No. It's just that this is what they call white people in Guadalupe. So, Guadalupe was colonized by France, and at some point, France decided to make it part of their country. So now it's referred to as a department in an overseas region of France, and it is 4,000 miles from Paris. So the only problem is, even though it is part of France, they are in the same country, France does not spend much money on this island like they do on other parts of France. And it's not just Guadalupe, by the way. There's another island close to Guadalupe that is called Martinique. Martinique is also about 400,000 people in population. Also a very, very beautiful island. It's also a black island, and yes, they also have mixed people. So for both islands, Emmanuel Macron, the president of France, is also their president. That's what I'm trying to say. But like I said earlier, France does not spend much money on these islands to develop them or to upgrade things like they do on other parts of France. And I'm talking about providing basic infrastructures, like the infrastructure for their water on this island, for example, is very, very old, about 50 years old, and France has refused to change it. I mean, take a look at this video from last month, November 2021. This is the water coming out of people's faucets. What the heck? Like, really? And yes, this is part of France. Guys, can you imagine this kind of water coming out of the faucet in Paris? I have to tell you all this before telling you the real story that I wanted to talk about, so that you have a better understanding of where the issue is coming from. Also, food is very expensive on the islands, about 30% more expensive than in other parts of France, in mainland France. And guess what? People on the island earn 30% less than the people on the mainland. So if you have the same qualifications, you live on the island, you earn less than the people that live in mainland France. So now that you know all that, you probably heard about the protest that broke out last month in Guadalupe over the COVID vaccine. So the government of France made it mandatory for people to get the vaccine, the COVID vaccine, especially the people on the island. It's happening all over France as well. But this particular matter, they made it mandatory all over France as well, but more so it's been enforced on the island. So the government wanted them to start carrying the evidence of being vaccinated. It's not enough for you to get vaccinated. You have to walk around with the evidence. All health workers on the island had to be vaccinated. Failure to do so means you lose your job. And so some people have lost their jobs so far. Also, you're not allowed to go to public gatherings if you don't have the evidence that you've been vaccinated. Like going to the restaurant, you can't go unless you have the evidence, or movie theaters, or concerts, park attractions, festivals, sports, events, gyms, even any administrative building on the island, you can't go without the evidence that you've been vaccinated. So it's either you have the evidence that you've been vaccinated, or you go for a test every single day and you have to show the result of the test, and you have to pay for the test from your pocket. So people started losing their jobs and they were unable to go out, and a major riot broke out over the vaccine policy.
Cars are forced to turn back as protesters block a road on the French Caribbean island of Guadeloupe, where anger continues to simmer.
Buildings on fire in Pointe-à-Pitre in the Caribbean archipelago of Guadeloupe. This is French overseas territory, and after nearly a week of civil unrest here, the government in Paris is sending reinforcements.
Cars were burnt, shops were looted, they were burning buildings, people were very upset, they were attacking the police, they were also trying to stop the riots. And once the riot started in Guadalupe, it got to Martinique as well. But you know, as you probably guessed from everything that I've said earlier, it wasn't just because of the COVID vaccine that the riot broke out. The vaccine was just the tipping point for the people. The people believed that the government of France does not care about them. In fact, they feel like the government is so far from them.
So they are thinking that Paris doesn't want to listen to them. And that's also why they don't want to take the vaccine, because it's a thing from far away from Paris for the France mainland, but not for the Caribbeans.
And so because of the social inequality, they feel like they cannot trust this government.
I'm not sure that the problem is with the vaccine. The vaccine is, for me, the subject that helps people to voice all the other claimings.
More importantly, some years ago, they discovered that a popular pesticide which was being used on the island for decades, it was authorized by their former president, Jacques Chirac. That pesticide is linked to cancer. The pesticide is called chlorodiconone. It was sprayed on banana crops and farmlands on the island for 2 decades. And now nearly all the adult local residents on the island have traces of this in their blood. For 2 decades, up till 1993, keep in mind that the pesticide is known to cause prostate cancer, yet it was permitted for use by the French government in Guadalupe and Martinique. This is despite the fact that they had banned it in mainland France. 3 years prior, they were still taking it to this island. In 1979, 2 years before France officially approved its use in the Caribbean island, 2 years before, the World Health Organization had declared it potentially carcinogenic, which means that it has the potential to cause cancer. And eventually in 2009, they banned this pesticide worldwide, knowing that it causes cancer. But guess what? The people found out that France had been aware of the dangers of the pesticide since 1969. And this is why the people on these islands do not trust the government of France. So what do you guys think about this protest, which some people are calling a revolt going on this island? I've told you guys that I took the vaccine. I tell people to take the vaccine, but I don't think you have to force anybody to take the vaccine. At the same time, I think that what is happening there is beyond vaccine. I don't think vaccine is the main issue right now. Let me know what you guys think about what's happening on those islands. You guys might not know much. Guess what? I'm just keeping it real. Moving on to Tanzania, guys. I'm so excited about this next story because you guys know that we've talked about this on the show before. The fact that since 2017 in Tanzania, during the time of their former president, John Magufuli, who died, since 2017 during his time, if a schoolgirl gets pregnant, they have a law that prohibits the girl from continuing her education. She gets kicked out of school. As a matter of fact, even after giving birth, she's still not allowed to go back to school. Can you imagine? Okay, so I'm not here to debate with anybody. You know, you can believe whatever you want. And no, I'm not saying that schoolgirls should get pregnant. That's not what I'm saying. Please do not misinterpret me. Being pregnant, having a baby is a huge responsibility. But it doesn't do anybody any good to prevent a girl from getting education simply because she's pregnant. First of all, they never applied this law to the guy or the man or the boy that impregnates her. That does not make any sense. That is injustice. Nobody gets pregnant by themselves. Amen, somebody. That is just pure discrimination towards the girls. It means that a boy, a guy can get 10 girls pregnant and still continue with his own education, become somebody, make a decent living for himself, while their own lives stop right there because they got pregnant. Also, it doesn't matter if a girl is raped or not. It doesn't even matter how she gets pregnant. In Tanzania, she gets kicked out of school and she's not even allowed back even after having the baby. To me, that's more reason to make sure that she completes her education by fire by force so that she can someday take care of that innocent child. That child must not suffer because of anybody's mistake. Unfortunately, the former president Magufuli was bent on making sure that once a girl is pregnant, she's not allowed in school.
Have reacted angrily to remarks by Tanzanian President John Pombe Magufuli prohibiting girls who fall pregnant from resuming school. The president shocked the region when he declared that allowing such girls to go back to school would promote loose morals in the learning institutions. Here now is part of that controversial statement.
Kwamba watoto wanapoenda kule wakipata mimba, akishatoka kuzaa arudi shuleni.
Wow. How can you write somebody off completely just because they got pregnant? You know that there are so many people that got pregnant while they were teenagers or while they were in school and they still made something great of their lives. I have a friend, for example, whose mom ensured that she completed her education despite the fact that she was pregnant. She went to school with the pregnancy and she made sure that she didn't just complete her education but that she had A's, all A's. And at the end of it all, she got a great job with an international organization, making big money to the point where she's now the one taking care of her parents. Just imagine if she didn't complete her education. How would she take care of herself, her child, and her parents? So parents, please, in case any parent is watching me today, if your child gets pregnant, we are hoping that it doesn't happen. But if it happens, please do not disown your child and please do not stop their education. You are supposed to ensure that he or she completes their education in flying colors because someday they will still make you proud. But back to Tanzania, the good news is that the new president has been quietly reversing a lot of the inhumane policies like this one. I think that part of it is also because she's a woman. You see why I get excited when we have women in power? We need more women in power in Africa. Okay. How exciting is that? Now all girls in Tanzania, pregnant or not, can now go to school and get a good education. Amen, somebody. Woo! Father, give it up for Tanzania. The new president is also working to institute better COVID protocols. You guys remember that the former president did not believe in COVID. I'm so proud of this woman. I'm so excited. She's putting in place a lot of social improvements in Tanzania. Thank you so much, my mother. In case you're watching, we are so grateful for you. Well done, Tanzania. I'm so happy for you guys. You guys not doing much. Guess what? I'm just keeping it real. So guys, I'm so excited about this ad because apart from the fact that they paid me to tell you guys about their company, I'm so excited because Tunde Laniran Farms has donated 100 packs of gari for us to distribute to the needy during this time of Christmas. Ooh, Father, but Tunde, Uncle Tunde Laniran, you're that funyo. Now, when I have family members coming from Nigeria to visit me here in the America, one of the things that I ask for is gari Tunde Laniran. Then, because their gari is a special gari, and I'm not just talking about their packaging. Even though their packaging is #1. Then when it comes to packaging gari, I'm serious. I mean, you guys see how fancy the packaging is? But you know, apart from that, their gari tastes better than any other gari. And it has no dirt, which means you can just soak it like that and start eating. But the reason I'm telling you about them today is because they've gone beyond just making gari. Ha! But Tunde, you're that funny. In case you're watching, Uncle. For those of you that don't know Uncle Tunde here, the man used to live in California, where he was doing well for himself. But when he saw the prospect that gari can bring, Jesus is Lord. That was how he moved back to Nigeria. Today, he now shuttles between Nigeria and California. So, so like I was saying, but it's not just gari. Yes, gari is on their website. Guess what? You can now buy farmlands from them, which his company will now be renting from you to cultivate gari. Sure, you understand? And you don't have to pay everything up front. You can pay 60, 40, 40, 60. You can work out payment plan with them. So every year, once a year, no, just once a year, they will now give you 31% return on your investment. Are you feeling me? Are you understanding what I'm saying? Baba, me, I already have a gari farm. They will be paying me 31% return on my investment once a year. No be so. They have lands in Osun State. They have lands in Oyo State. And when you look at the prices of their lands, depending on location, but some of them are so cheap, I think it's ridiculous. Don't forget that the value of your land will continue to appreciate every year, even though they are still renting it from you, giving you 31% return every single year. I said, there's no way you can lose in that kind of investment. Another option, if you don't want to buy land, you can just buy a cassava investment package. Every year you will be earning 10 to 11% return on your investment. Once a year, every 12 months, This investment package is 1 million naira, about $2,450 per slot. And they only have 200 slots available. So it's first come, first serve. Please don't say I did not tell you during this time of Christmas. So if anybody is interested, please fill the registration forms. It's on their website. The registration form for farm management or cassava investment package. I'm telling you 2 different options. You can buy land, you can buy cassava package. You will find all this on their website. You can just download the forms online and send the completed forms to this email address, farminvestment@tundelaniran. Also, don't forget to follow them on Instagram for details on their product. And whatever you want, you can buy it on their website. You can just order on their website. You will get it. Remind me to call Uncle Tunde because I'm here to get my dodo ikire. What's that about? Like seriously, what can fa? Uncle Tunde, what is happening? Now. You see, me, I don't joke with healthy snacks, okay? So what can fa? Uncle Tunde, no, we need to talk after the service. Some of you, like I said, you don't even know what dodo ikire is. Oh God, I can't help you. Just make sure that you check them out.
Welcome to Tunde Laniran Farms Limited, the home of farming and processing of farm produce into high quality food product. We produce food with 100% care.
We also produce dodo ikire. We call it plantain bites.
We have 1,200 acres of land available for you. These are land that do not have any known government acquisition or any family conflict surrounding them. We would give you your contract of sale once you purchase the land. You also have the land survey documents and the land allocation. Then we have the certificate of occupancy document, which is popularly called the C of O. While the paperwork process is going on, you can begin cultivation on your land. We look forward to hearing from you. We look forward to serving you.
Once again, Merry Christmas from my family to yours. All right, y'all, it's been real, and I'm keeping it right up in here. And if you enjoyed this episode, please share it, on your Facebook page or your Instagram or your Twitter. All right, y'all, it's been real, and I'm keeping it right up in here. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And if you're yet to subscribe to my channel, I'm watching you on Plasma TV. Press the subscribe button and the bell button. Until next time, I'm gonna see you all later. Peace out.